Jaja dog, see the people. Man come home to him, woman and another man in there.
Was she ever successful?
Jaja, so they have a part of it, they have to tell you.
Yes, I will say,
Jaja,
Diana, that you were with
I hit
me.
this.
Yes, she did. Yes.
The man try to run away in the car, but he used the other car, block him.
Detectives heard Diana tell a female friend to say Diana had been at her house in D.C. But the woman seemed confused.
So was 9 in the morning to
Yo, people, sorry. Oh, yo, man, I have a video properly.
which one? 9
Joe grind, people. Joe grind.
Not the most intelligent people involved, I don't believe.
What?
Sure enough, when
Man, what
detectives
part on her
called
leg?
Diana's friend, that's what she said.
Did Diana?
Welcome back to MyView TV, the people's platform, the home of undiluted news, reviews, updates, and your daily dose of entertainment. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, like, share, and subscribe.
I don't bring nobody forward in your cheer for me. Everything what you see up my natural talent. Man, me tell you something. You see, when you know what to please the audience with, it's simple, me.
The Bible says we have to bless each other so we can live in love. So I'm sending you this message. Today is a day of blessing. I bless you. I bless your heart, your life, your health, your home, your family, your work, your finances. Let me say that again. Your finances and your projects in the name of Jesus. Wagwan, my people. Open body now, okay? Open body now, right? Every day above ground is a blessing. Oh, awesome it is to be amongst the living and surely not amongst the dead. Hold on a bit, like I tell you something else. God has given us eyes not to judge others, but to look beyond situation. Mouth not to criticize, but to speak of the truth. Hands not to punish, but to give an helping hand. Ears not to be insensitive, but to listen and aid in those pains. Everything God has given us has its purpose. We need to use them for the greater glory of the Lord. That's why I use my one and say, watch on the man, all slap, all criminal forget slap way. That's why I use my mouth and I not criticize nobody. Me just I say them forget slap way, every single one of them. Right underground them forgot. And speaking of that, we have some boy right now when it forget slap way. Look wagwan pan wagwan. Make I start with Dennis Jinxing Bundle. This a boy you wanted for murder, and so once you wanted for murder, underground you forgot. So what I said, and I mean what I said, and no murder people, me not take it back. Him frequent Spanish Town Road and Waterhouse. I mean no son, you know him because the boy bleach out, yeah. The boy face bleach out right now. So the police them just need to do the right thing. Hurry up and go slap him away. Next on the list, Ashay Pegasus Brissett, wanted for shooting with intent. I'm gonna tell you something. The people them run a Thornton Park, yes, you know him. You understand? On around there hide him. But wait until him turn pound. Then me I go soon come out, come ball. Me not go sorry for no. Hold on people, look on this a big nose one I know. Tariq Blacks McDowey. By now him bleaching rich, so no really name Blacks no more. And him have an extension like my friend out of Bullby. I soon go to that the story there, so nobody worry yourself. Wanted for shooting with intent and illegal pushing a firearm. This a boy at 26. And not live no life yet, you understand? They don't want a girl in the people. Look upon him. He don't want a girl. Then again, him couldn't get no girl. Him a 5 feet 5 inches. And as me say, him a reach real locks right now. And him bleach out. Next on the list, Savon Javy bird. Remember bird season, you know, so this a boy we need to hunt him and find him and slap him away. Him wanted for murder and shooting. Yes, people, so we need to slap for this one. Put on this a dog puppy now, people. Markel Wi-Fi boss chin. We need to make that connection and get lost. You understand? Or up and do where do I send this a boy under the ground, you understand? Shooting with intent. And them normally say in the road by federal guard ends right round the same part. Well on there now people, because me not keep no secret. I say once me know, who are gonna know. So I see the police and the soldier them right out of Bullby, run up and down in a bush, but them a look for bigger crimes. Lie them a tell. Them not looking for no bigger crimes, people. Believe me when me tell you. And the way thing catch up, them a look for, you understand? Them not look for the bigger crimes because every day bigger crimes walk past them and heal them up and them not touch him. You understand? They say the same brother where I walk past on day in, day out with the extension in that ear look like Rasta and him have the old face and you get the picture and the people them say, yo, I saw him look now. Yeah man, I him that. That is him. You understand? So me I go see what I go do. When I go like some of the picture and the old Rasta looking here, boy. Him same one and him face look old. That is bigger crimes that tell me, I tell you no. But the Chuck story now. Let me ask you a question. You don't believe the information when you get off of the ground from the people them. The people them tell you say Lando thief Chuck. The same Lando will line up man for kill bigger crimes, brother. Yeah. So nobody feel like so no wagwan pa wagwan, you know. I'm a tough fact. I not make people them know say London they behind bars no more. People, I saw going to someone who respond that because going to something else here, man. The saying that the police are reporting a 75% increase in murder since the start of the year. Superintendent with dear friend Kenneth Shin, head of the St. Elizabeth Police Division, said 35 people had been murdered in the parish since January. This compared to 20 for the similar period last year. Chin attributed the increase in murders to an upsurge in violence in Spring Park and Black River. He said the speculation and Spring Park areas were the main contributors to murder spike, especially in the first part of the year. There were also several shootings, break-ins, and robberies in these communities. Chin also said there has been a 40% increase in violent crimes in St. Elizabeth. Some 223 violent crimes has been committed in the division so far this year compared to the 159 for the similar period last year. Robberies has increased by 145%, while break-ins has declined by 8%. Yes, people that are wagwan. 2 people were taken into custody in relation to the seizure of an illegal handgun and several rounds of ammo during an operation at White House in St. Thomas on Wednesday. The Monarch Bay Police note that the identity of the individual are being withheld at this time. The police put at about 5:30 a.m. A team of lawmen execute a search warrant at a location in the community. While searching the premises, the police team observed a man fleeing and discharging of an object as he ran. Yes, people say no, say the police them. Instead of them slap with the man, and go walk him down. He was pursued, caught, and item retrieved. The item was found to be a 38 special revolver loaded with 6 rounds of ammunition. All the police have had to do it. I eat the food and the people may tell you. This a boy your food should I get 8. Said what I said and I mean what I said. I know me already. Me not take it back. Hold on the people, guess who make the news again? Not Sleepy. Here is Sleepy I said this time. Sleepy is banking on at least 14 days under the state of emergency being enough time to disrupt illegal activities of criminals while collecting evidence to put them before the courts. Hold on the Sleepy. What kind of court you talk about? Underground, who want you put them, you understand? In front of pastor, one then go. You come talk about in front of court. No. Here is Sleepy officer, people.
Makes a difference. 14 days makes a big difference. It doesn't operate at 14 days less about for business. As I'm saying, human nature is not like that. When you can identify and reader, which you already have an intelligence reader, you already have an intelligence package, and you can take him in, interrogate him, go through some of the cases, and in fact put some, interrogate a number of his other colleagues in detention as well. Even for 14 days, it sends a signal to the members of the group in the gang that you're aware of who they are. You can now monitor them more. You're monitoring them. We have improved significantly and we're expanding, but we're not where we would like it. So it's a process, and we do have much better intelligence, which is why we have been interrupting more. I mean, and we have arrested and charged hundreds of the members or gang members and perpetrators of criminal activity across the island. So it's a significant number. And what we're doing in the state of public is to disrupt and save some lives. List of the Prime Minister whose presentation was quite extensive. We need maybe 5,000 detectives. We are moving from about 10,000 police to 15,000 quite steadily, but even that would not be enough. This is why we need extraordinary powers, get the numbers low, and then continue with normal policing. If we begin to run the numbers into the kind of thousand that some countries do, then there'll be alarm bells raised that we're trying to create a police state. Societies that normalizing a rate of murder, that is an emergency. There's no other democratic society that has this kind of thing and view it as, let's go about it normally with everything here. And we have to work with the tools that is available. Constitutional law, the SOE, and we are using it. We have looked at the regulations. We think we are now within the acceptable constitutional framework.
So that was Sleepy. Anyway, now people, watch me explain the video to you when I send you the last night in the group. You understand? I make holy paper belly start cut them. People all message me, say my view. Me just have vomit on the place. So why you never tell me say don't look? Anyway, that is Andre Bowen, aka Skůll. You understand? Right in and over it happened. And guess what happened to him? drunk driver, lick him off fine bike. You understand? Kill him. Yes, people. So who never get to see the video and want to see it, circle na the ends and come look at it. I just ask Twitter me send it to you. Me can't even black out nothing and put up nothing because everything I feel black out to the body look. Anyway now, we have all the time in the world for him and you know people can really have nothing to do. So once you see people are march and them wanting support, him a go march too. You understand? Buck him in the King, so they see they walk up and down and a march and say, Tufton must go, Tufton shall go. And I never something them say, but you have to make good ear for yourself. I want to be the judge of that. Alright?
People, we continue to call for Dr. Tufton to resign or to be removed from the portfolio. Not only did this outbreak of an infection which led to the lives of many babies occur under his watch again, but armed with that information, he decided to keep it to himself. And as a result of that, parents who could have made a decision to go to another facility to have their baby went to the Victoria Jubilee, and some of them got infected, the mothers and the babies, and died. And he must be held accountable for that. That was the wrong decision because it caused lives. He also told Parliament dishonestly that it was the PNP that was fabricating a story about dogs outside the KPH eating dead babies that had been improperly disposed of there. When that matter was investigated by the Southeast Regional Health Authority, and I believe at least 3 employees were interdicted because of that. And he told Parliament that it was a fabrication on social media and that the opposition was the source of it, which was a complete lie. Tufton must go! We also want to know about the $400 million of public resources which have been misappropriated or otherwise dealt with improperly in his ministry during the pandemic, for which there has been no proper accountability. And most recently, he lent his name to the attempted revival of the political fortunes of George Wright in central Westmoreland, saying that we should not judge him. George Wright, the woman beater in central Westmoreland, and say we shouldn't judge him. George Wright is a man who was on video beating up a woman badly in a car park with a stool. He has never denied that it was him. The JLP has pretended to remove him from their party, but he's still very much part of their family.
Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, we intend to hear the matter. The Auditor General has done her report. It has been tabled in Parliament. The ministries have responded. There are 2 ministries, the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. So we're going to schedule a date for us to examine exactly what happened. They have been in office for 7 years. They must take responsibility for their actions. Of the last 15 years, the JLP has been in office for 11 of those 15 years. And they don't have a plan to deal with crime. And so what they're resorting to is blaming the opposition for their lack of plan and for crime being totally out of control. It is a fool argument. You look at the murder rate over the 4 years that the PNP held office from 2012 to 2016. It has been lower than any of the years since this government has been in office. You can't be in office, you can't be at the wicket for 7 years and you're still blaming the previous party.
From the health ministry, because he is not a doctor by profession. The position they must go to somebody who is a true doctor, not a doctorate in the front of them name. A true doctor must always get them position there. So them people there know about baby and if baby sick and baby this and baby that and figure investigate about where going in the hospital.
Overquality is a double standard. Under the PNP regime, the same thing happened. And our Minister of Health have to step down. The Prime Minister mentioned unfortunate thing. Now he's so quiet, like a mouse.